What's up, everybody? Welcome to True Integrity Talks. This is episode 8, true summary emphasis on Haliburton, Jokić, and Markkanen. In this episode, we will be giving a summary of the first month and a half of the NBA season, the 2022-23 NBA season. I also will be telling you where I was right or wrong at from episode 7 NBA previews. Stay tuned. Let's get it. So like I said, this is going to be a season preview, season summary of the 2022-23 first couple months of the summer, what's going on now, who winning, who losing. So basically, what I'm going to basically kind of tell you where I was wrong at, because y'all saw me do the season preview. Do the season preview in September. So I was definitely wrong about the Jazz. Definitely wrong about Golden State. I was wrong about the Lakers. No, I might have been right about the Lakers. I was wrong about, who else? Atlanta. That's a key point there. I was wrong about Atlanta. Up until now, I'm talking about. You still got trade deadline. You still got the trades that can happen before February. Key thing I thought about last night, though. I thought about, why not move the trade deadline to the January 1st? Because I know the reason why they got it in February, because it's more like a gamesmanship. You got to try to integrate all the people that you either got. I'm talking about for the contenders. If you're a contender, you got to try to integrate that player or players to your team and try to make them fit for the finals. For the playoffs or what have you. But I just think that if you move it to January, it's more sensible. Like first week of January, second week of January. You get what I'm saying? That'd be better for the teams, but I know it's a gamesmanship. It's all, the NBA is all about gamesmanship. Because if you actually think about it, the NBA not asking you to make trades. You're making trades. You're signing. You're doing this. Everything is up to the owners and the general managers, the presidents, all that stuff. So I get why they do it in February, and I get why they do it before the All-Star, because it was kind of bold what they did to DeMarcus Cousins the day All-Star game. As soon as the All-Star game was done, DeMarcus Cousins found out he got traded. That was foul. But that was foul. Like he was on there celebrating the win, and it's just like, oh, you got traded. He's like, did you hear that you got traded? How do you feel you playing for the Pelicans? He was like, what? Huh? And then this stupid manager gonna talk about, well, yeah, you got traded. So it's like, I think then he had to hurry up and just act on the fly. First of all, your feelings involved. Not to be a mushy person or a soft person, but his feelings involved. You know what I'm saying? He got to think about his family, where he's about to go, how he's going to handle it. That's something you should always find out outside of TV, because your natural reaction is going to take key into, Anyway, that's what I think. I think that's why we should have the trade deadline in January. Also, because it allows the teams to really, now you got 4 months. You got a legit 4 months, especially if you do it the first week of January or the first week of February. Second week of January. So the first week of February. March 7th or whatever, like a week before Valentine's Day. And for some reason, All-Star always falls on Valentine's Day. Valentine's weekend. I don't get that. Anyway, so I was definitely wrong. Let me pull up the season stats. Season standards. Hold on. I was definitely wrong when it comes to these standings. I was definitely wrong on that. So y'all got every right to rag on me and talk about me, because I was definitely wrong. I think a lot of people were wrong though. So not to throw people up under the bus. I was definitely wrong. Okay, NBA standings. Okay, so I was. Let's see, East. We're gonna start East. I don't think I said the Wizards gonna be doing good. I think everybody was kind of right about the Charlotte. I did say they had a nice little core. One trade, whatever, they could probably be in the playoff standings. Playoff running. But when I said they were gonna be a contender, I don't think I said they were gonna be a contender. I think they had the potential to be in the play-in. I told everybody that might be like a little dark horse. I think I said that. I don't know. Charlotte Hornets. we all know why they falling down. You know, they didn't have LaMelo Anthony. But Atlanta let us down. Indiana's shocking us. I think Indiana and Utah is the one that's shocking us. Those are the teams. And then OKC. I think everybody kind of knew Shea was going to do what he's doing. I mean, kind of do better. Like Fox has been doing better every year. I think everybody knew because Shea has been improving every year. It's like Fox, De'Aaron Fox. Both of them have improved every year. So did we think he was going to be like maybe an all-star starter if his team was winning? No, we didn't think that. We knew he was going to be better. Maybe an all-star reserve, basically. This dude is. They're saying that he could be. You got commentators that say that he could be a legit all-star starter, which is good. You know, I always been a fan of Shea Alexander, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. The Heat let me down. The Miami Heat let us down. Philadelphia. Remember I told y'all I had no confidence in Philadelphia or Brooklyn. I think they said. I think I said it might be 56. They don't try to be that. Even though Milwaukee is. I'm sorry. The Nets are 9-1 in the last 10 games. I'm not hating. I just don't believe in the Nets and the Philadelphia system. I don't believe it. If they win, they win. They go to the playoffs. They go to the playoffs. But I just don't. There's too much drama going behind it. Now you talk about. They also talk about Philadelphia. They talk about James Harden came out this weekend that James Harden is thinking about going to Houston. Who needs that kind of drama? You know what I'm saying? You just had, all that drama with Ben Simmons. Now you talk about you better leave. Even though he kind of cleared it up last night and said, well, I'm trying to help this team win a championship. He never said I'm not leaving. He never said I'm trying to, I'm going to stay and we're going to try to go for the long haul. He said, I like what we've been doing. Philadelphia's on the 8-2 run in the last 10 games. Knicks is on the 7-3 run in the last 10 games. Cleveland is on the 7-3 run in the last 10 games. Milwaukee has been losing. Boston has been losing. They went 5-5 in the last 10 games. But Boston has shocked us. I think they pretty much nobody knew what they were going to do with Joe Mazzulla. Nobody knew what they were going to do with Joe Mazzulla. Everybody thought Boston. People knew that Milwaukee was going to take a hit. You know what I mean? Because of Chris Middleton. So they knew he was going to take a hit. Cleveland is actually doing what I thought it was going to do. They'll be the third, fourth, maybe fifth team. Cleveland doing good. I still think that Garland and Mitchell need to work on some kinks in that situation. I think they need a third scorer, just like OKC needed that one year. You got the one-on-one shooters, right? And they all going one-on-one. Even though Garland is getting people involved, you still need that. If you got one-on-one players, you need more of them. Because whether people believe it or not, you see with the Nets, they only gonna pass to somebody that can get their own shot. Kevin Garnett is only gonna pass to somebody that can get his own shot. Same thing with Kyrie Irving. That's why he was happy they got James Harden, because he could get his own shot. One-on-one players. So the more one-on-one players you have, the more of a chance you're gonna win. On those kind of teams. Now I'm a team guy. I think they don't need no more. I think, in my opinion, they don't need no more. In my opinion, I think they need to use Steph Curry, even though Steph Curry is out again. Patty Mills, they got Joe Harris, and they also got T.J. Warren. But T.J. Warren can also go out there and get his own shot. Joe Harris does it, but he don't do it as often. Cam, the little rookie they got last year, he does it, but he don't do it as often. The other dude, the dude from Indiana, he does it, but he don't do it as often. So that's enough about Brooklyn. I want to talk about. I haven't been watching the Pacers, so all I can do is tell you about Haliburton, whatever his name. Oh, Haliburton. His name is Tyrese Haliburton, and Benedict Mathurin. I've seen Benedict Mathurin. You don't have the choice to see him. They always see him show him on highlights and dunking. But he can go out there and get his own shot. I think he's. I see why. I don't know what's going on with Chris Dort. Like I said, I haven't been watching the Pacers. I was shocked to hear that Miles Turner was getting an extension, or working on getting an extension with the. Because for the last 5-7 years, ever since he been with the Pacers, he's been on trade. He's been on the trade block. Ever since the same thing with Brown. Jaylen Brown, he's been on the trade block. The same thing with Smart. Marcus Smart has been on the trade block. But it seems like I get it. It keeps players on the edge. It may make the players play harder because you let them think they're not gonna get traded. When they stop playing hard. You know what I mean? I think that's why GMs keep certain players on trade block their whole career. But they end up playing like 15, 16, 10 to 15 years for one team before they finally get rid of them. You know what I mean? But until they finally get somebody, and I know teams don't always want to get rid of players just because they want to get rid of them. They also want to get a good return back. You know what I mean? They also want to get a good return back. So, what was I about to say? Chicago let us down. But, like I think I said in the season preview, when the season started, I said, look, they're not going to be as good. They're not going to be where nobody. They're not going to be where nobody. Commentators say the same thing, too. People you see them talk, talking heads. I think that's what Charles Barkley called them, talking. They're talking heads. On talking heads on TV, they're saying that they say the same thing I'm saying. They're not going to be as good or what they will be until Lonzo Ball coming back, and he's not coming back. So now you have to really rely on DeRozan to be a passer, Caruso to be a passer, Zach LaVine to be more of a passer, because we already know DeRozan and Zach LaVine can go out there and get their own shot. Same thing with Vucevic. If they could get Vucevic to be more of a Joker type player, to get people involved, and Drummond to be more of a dominant, athletic runner, but that's not him. He don't run the lanes like he did with the Pistons. He probably too. His legs probably can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? So, who else? Oh, Tyrese Haliburton. I love the way he's moving the ball. He's moving the ball with the Pacers. He's moving the ball. He's scoring. I think he scored like 30-something points last week. A couple days ago. Boy can ball. He can ball with Sacramento. That's what made that stupid. I think they both won the trade when it come down to Sacramento and Indiana. But technically, they both won the trade because Haliburton was good, and so was Sabonis. They both good. They both got. I think it just didn't make sense for the Sacramento because they got him right after the draft, and you trade him. I think his second year, and then that didn't make sense. I get it. They probably believe, there was so much hype around Davion Mitchell right at the moment. I don't think Davion Mitchell is starting for Mike James. Not Mike James, Mike Brown. While I'm talking about the Sacramento Kings, they're actually doing good. They sixth in the league right now. Sixth spot in the West. They actually been doing good. Herter has been a great pickup for them. I think Sabonis playing he's playing crazy. I already told y'all about the De'Aaron Fox how much he improved every year. They're only on the they actually on the down skid right now because they 5-5. But I don't expect them to do just be dominant. I don't expect them to ever do. At the best, at the most, you probably see them going 3. Like every 10 games, I see them going 7-3. I don't see them going 8-2 or 9-1. Unless they got a 10 games with nothing but weak teams 9-1, 10-0. You know what I'm saying? I expect them to beat the teams that they're supposed to beat, and maybe or struggle against maybe a playoff team. You know what I mean? But they're doing good. I like that. Mike Brown shocked me. I think I told y'all I was wrong about Mike Brown. So I'm actually on here to tell y'all what I'm wrong about, and also give you the season summary, and basically tell you what I was wrong about my season preview when I did it in August or September. The last episode when I was outside. Of course, I'm not gonna be outside now because it's cold outside. I'm not doing it. I ain't putting on the coat or whatever. So I hate putting on jackets and coats. That's one thing y'all can know about me on the inside. So I'm about to be finished, y'all. Trust me, they ain't about to go too long at all. Dallas is doing good. Surprisingly, they kind of let everybody down, but they're doing better than what I thought. They're 8th. Right now that's good. In the last 2 years, that's good because now 10 games is eligible to go to the playoffs. Play in playoffs. Minnesota,
don't ask me who nothing.
They suck basically. I think that's where Golden State could come in at. Golden State let everybody down. Like I said, but who? But how do you come back from a knockout? The man Draymond Green knocked out Pargo. Even though Pargo did show up, he showed up against last night. Against John Morant last night. Oh, today's date is December 26th. So you hear me say last night. This is the day after Christmas. So he showed up against John Morant last night in the fourth Christmas game, Golden State versus Memphis. So that was a good showing of Jordan Poole. I wish Kuminga would show up. I wish Wiseman would show up a little bit more. I think Wiseman did put up. I think he put up 30 points a couple of days ago. I think he did. It wasn't talked about because they wanted to consistently do it, but they're not gonna go as far as Kuminga, Wiseman, and Poole. They got Stephen Curry. You know, the other big three, and Clay gonna have to be like he's the other now. I hate to say he's the other because he's not a consistent player. Poole is still other because he's not a consistent player. The only consistent player is Stephen Curry, like night in, night out. Even though he's gonna be out for a month, you know what I mean. Ain't nothing Lakers can do until they get AD. AD showed up. I love what I saw. From them when he went on that 12-game killing spree. That was excellent. It might have been 14 to 15 game killing spree. He was averaging like 37 and 17 or something like that, or 16. He was killing. He's killing. San Antonio, Popovich is right. He was right when he said don't expect them to go to the playoffs. They actually was going on a little winning streak. Actually, this little. I know how these teams is getting away with not tanking. They're actually trying to go. They're trying to tell the teams to go. Okay, let's try to win like 4 or 5 games in a row. Let's try to at least compete hard 3 or 4 games in a row. That's what OKC is doing. I see that's what Sacramento is doing. San Antonio is doing. That's what the Rockets is doing. They try to win like 2 or 3 games in a row to keep Steve to keep Adam Silver out there behind because he told the league that he don't want nobody taking this year. I get it. So you lose maybe 7 games, then try to win about 3 or 4 games back to back. Then go on and lose 7 games, lose straight. I mean, who gonna knock you for that? It shows that you're trying. It shows that you at least not outright tanking. And then you probably competing against teams that you lost to last time. You know what I'm saying? And if you do that, what is Adam Silver gonna do? He's gonna fine you, gonna suspend you. That's stupid. Clippers, they would be doing better if they started with. I mean, the 2 stars would be there like consistently. They'd probably be number 3. No, they wouldn't be number 3 because I think they would be number 3. Yeah, because Memphis should be number 2. I think the Clippers are theoretically better than the Pelicans. I got the Pelicans really being number 4. I don't care where they land. They're the 4th legit team this year. There are 2 dark horses. If LA and Golden State get in the playoffs, those would be your 2 dark horses. You got the former champions. You can never count out AD if he come and play. You never count out Golden State. I mean LeBron. You never count out Golden State if they all got everything clicking. Got everything clicking, and then you don't ever know what they're gonna do at trade deadline. That's the team. Those are the teams that you gotta watch out for. And Atlanta, you gotta watch out for them because they talk about getting rid of John Collins. Who's gonna get to replace Collins? Miami Heat. Who they gonna get? Are they gonna get Crowder? Even though I've been hearing Milwaukee trying to get Crowder. Atlanta been trying to get Crowder. Washington trying to get Crowder. Even though I don't know. I think in certain teams, Crowder be a difference maker. I don't see him being a difference maker on Washington. Especially if they give him Kuzma for him. I don't think that's going to be possible. They tried to trade Rui Hachimura for him, which is I wouldn't do it either. You know what I mean? I think what it is, Phoenix want Kuzma, but you got to give away more than Crowder. And if you try to give me Crowder, you try to give me Rui Hachimura and Kuzma, Phoenix got to give away more. You know what I mean? Because Washington's gonna definitely want at least 3 or 4 players and some draft picks. You get what I'm saying? So, which I think scoring wise, that's excellent. I mean, I think it makes him up. It puts him up there with Denver. Even though I think it'd be just like when Denver got Aaron Gordon. But Aaron Gordon can play D though. That's all the thing about it. He can play D in the 3rd and 4th spot, 3rd and the 4th spot. But Kuzma's more of a scorer. Can you really depend on him every night? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think LeBron could probably make him put out, score every night. So Phoenix, I don't know. I don't count on Phoenix. I put Phoenix 4. I put Pelicans number 3. Denver or like I already told y'all, I'm pretty much on course when I said Denver gonna win the West. gonna win the West standings. I already said they're gonna win the West. I don't think they're gonna win the Western Conference Finals. They may be in the Western Conference Finals, but they're gonna win as far as standing wise, they're gonna be number 1. And I'm pretty much right. Memphis is gonna be number 2. I honestly right now I see Memphis. Short of, like I said, the Warriors or Lakers do anything, I see Memphis and Denver in the West, coming out the West. And I see Boston and Milwaukee coming out the West. Short of, like I said, short of Atlanta or Cleveland doing something miraculous, or short of Nets doing something miraculous and staying healthy. And only way they're going to win, like I said, with the Nets, if they pass that ball to the three-point shooters, they got to. Yeah, we know Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving can score with the best of them. They probably both average 40 in the playoffs, or at least 35 in the playoffs, which is excellent. They probably be the best duo scoring-wise of all time, probably. I think that's better than Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry. That would be if they can average 35 apiece. But they also need to use their role players. And I think if Steve Kerr was the coach of the Nets, I think the Nets would be dominating right now. That's what I think, because he would make at least Kevin Durant. You can't make Kyrie Irving do nothing. He's just stubborn. He would at least make Durant pass that ball more. I think Kevin Durant averaging like 7 assists or maybe 6 assists, but he would at least get those 3-point shooters open. You know what I mean? And then I don't think, like I said, the Nets should be losing, man. That's the sick part about it. The Nets should not be losing as much as they do. But you got 2 ball hauls. When you got 2 ball hauls like that, how you gonna win? You can't win. They try to get the ball to T.J. Warren a lot more. And they definitely believe in Patty Mills. But I don't know if Patty Mills healthy or not. But apparently they believe in Joe Harris, but I don't see Joe Harris. I look at the standings, I don't see Joe Harris getting the ball that much. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm gonna get off the Nets. The Utah Jazz has really improved and shocked the world. I think them and the Pacers. I think they both see something they got. But like I said, nobody know what the Jazz. I didn't say this yet, but I'm gonna say this: nobody know what the Jazz gonna do. Nobody know what Danny Ainge is gonna do. They call him Trader Dan. Nobody know what he's gonna do. I don't like if it finishes. I'll be keeping an eye on the Jazz. I was trying to get Lord Markkanen and that other boy. They tried to get an old boy from him, but they wanted more than just Jay Crowder. So, but I think that like I said, Jazz is winning. But I don't know if they're gonna continue to win. I love what I see out of Lord Markkanen. I love what I see out of Sexton. I love what I see out of Clarkson. Clarkson should be a role player in the All-Star game. He should be All-Star reserve. Markkanen should be an All-Star reserve. Both of them should be All-Star reserve. I think they're going to have to move up in the standings to be an All-Star, anything, even though Larry Markkanen put in work all year. But then you think about it, you're going against Jokić. You're going against all these other teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going against all these other people. I'm talking about position-wise. You know what I mean? So what would he fall in there under? A power forward, small forward? Even though he plays small forward, but is he honestly better than Paul George? Come on now. Is he better than Kawhi Leonard? Come on now. If Kawhi played 15 games in this month, he's gonna be an All-Star. That's the bad part about Lauri Markkanen. If he played 15 games and legitimately put up an All-Star performance, who gonna say Kawhi can't be in there? Because guess what? Fans want to see Kawhi Leonard and Paul George in the playoffs. Because you're not gonna get AD. AD may come back at the end of January. By that time, I think in most media people's minds, their picks is already in. Coaches' minds, because the coach picks the reserves. Most coaches' minds, the picks are already in. Now, I don't see what AD right now. If you go to the Bleacher Report, I think the Bleacher Report, they got AD starting because his performances have been amazing. I think it's 17 points, 17 games he put on the show, or 13, 14 games he put on the show. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, AD was killing. He was killing the last 14, 15 games. I think I said this about 3 times in the video. But now I'm going to go to the Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets. I was right about the Denver Nuggets. I was right. I said it was going to be number 1 in the West. I still hold on to the fact that they might not win the West, but they're going to have the number one record. Memphis is going to be number two, I think. And so anyway, before I get to all that, the records and all that stuff, Jokić has been balling. He has been balling. Like people have been saying, he's been balling. Like people have been saying, he should get a third MVP. To me, I think though, it should go to Tatum. Or if Memphis end up with the number one spot, it should go to Ja Morant. Even though they got Giannis up there. I know it's about individual performances. But y'all realize this. I think that them changing that MVP trophy to the Jordan trophy now, that should automatically make it whoever the best player in the NBA, not the most reliable player in the NBA. Cut that out. That need to be out the window. I mean, the qualifications need to change. You know what I mean? You can't have Jordan on the best team, even though he was the most reliable. He had to be the most reliable player without the Chicago Bulls. Jordan would have won the finals. Everybody know that and get that. But he was also the best player in the NBA for a good 8 years. You get what I'm saying? So probably longer than that. But Jokić, you know what I'm saying? Jokić has been the most reliable, and I think one of them years, I ain't gonna say both of them years, he has been the best player in the NBA. I would say last year. Last year he was the best player in the NBA. I would have gave it to Joel Embiid last year just because of that the old rule that you had to be the most valuable player on the team, and the player, the player that can't win, team that can't win without the player, something like that. Because he had nothing. They didn't have Ben Simmons. They didn't have Hart. They made. I mean, the general manager Morey made the 76ers suffer just pretty much like the general manager for the Lakers. He making them suffer. Why would you wait all this time to make a trade? Wait to trade deadline. That's what it looks like it's gonna be. And now they came out today and talking about the Lakers might not make a trade because they don't want to make right now trades. Right now mess up trades because it's. I guess they're thinking about kind of building like they did before, starting over, but also be built on the fly because they know LeBron don't want to be losing straight up. You know what I mean? And just I guess redo what they're gonna do in the summer, which is good. I get it. That's something the Pistons would do. That's what the Pistons used to do back in the day. And whatever they did in the summer. They really, or whatever they did, they only did it once a year. So many words. But I think as far as the Denver Nuggets, they didn't make their mind up what they're gonna do with Porter. I heard Porter. I heard Zach LaVine. I heard rumblings of Zach LaVine may, Denver might want Zach LaVine. I would give up Zach LaVine or DeRozan. I mean, I would give up. If I'm the Denver Nuggets, I'll give up Michael Porter Jr. for Zach LaVine or DeRozan in a heartbeat. If especially if Chicago thinks about blowing it all the way up, you know what I mean? To me, they just need a great pass point guard, right? I'm talking about far as Chicago, and they need if they're gonna keep that team how they was last year. Like that last year, they would have still not been. They would have won everything because they still need an athletic athletic center, and somebody could block shots and stuff. They thought they was doing that when they got Draymond Green. I mean, Drummond, but that wasn't the case, right? So, like I said, I don't think Chicago should do anything yet. They're gonna just take this L. So why would I take do what they did, do what Golden State did? They took an L for 2 years or a year and a half. They knew they couldn't really do what they wanted to do anyway without Clay. They just waited till Clay came back, and guess what? They won the championship. I would do the same thing with Chicago. I wait till Lonzo come back, give that team a fair chance this year. Go out there and get a Jackson Hayes or Nick Claxton or both, and go out there and try to run the gauntlet. And make sure Lonzo Ball balling, and then get him a legit backup point guard what he really needs. Ayo is not it. Apparently Kobe White is not it. Well, at least not about Donovan. Kobe White is Ayo. Dragic too old. He's a passing point guard, but he's reliable. He's reliable on defense. You know what I'm saying? So that's Chicago Bulls. I don't know how it ends up going over, but I know how because if they do blow it up, if I'm not to keep it, not because he's light skinned and put all light skinned brothers on Denver, I mean, it is the way it look. Like they're getting all light skinned brothers anyway. But I don't see nothing wrong with Zach LaVine going with Denver or DeMar DeRozan going with Denver. I think they're gonna come out the West with that. If they can find a way to get both of them, which I highly doubt. You know what I mean? It depends how much Denver. I mean, how much the NBA value DeMar DeRozan, because the stock went down since last year. His value as far as Denver Nuggets. But actually, Chicago Bulls is winning. Chicago Bulls is winning. They're winning. Let me go back to the. Let me go to the standings. Hold on. I don't know they're the top 10, but they have been winning. They 5-5. They on a 3-game winning streak. Okay, Chicago Bulls. Now I'm pretty much done. So I want to say as far as the Nuggets, I think they're gonna be number one. I think I got Memphis. I'm kind of twisted. I got Denver, Memphis, number one. I got Golden State, Lakers being dark horses. I got Phoenix, kind of a dark horse, but also being the top 4. Like I say, if the Clippers, big 2 come back, or dynamic 2, whatever they call it, I forgot they call it. If 2 and 13 come back, basically 2-13 come back, which is Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. They play consistently, and if they dominate, I see them being in the top 5. They're already number 5, so I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Top 5. If Utah decides they're gonna, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna run it, run it without doing nothing, or add DeMar DeRozan. I think DeMar DeRozan on that team would be nice. They may have to give up Markkanen or Kelly Olynyk or. I actually like Sexton and Beasley for DeMar DeRozan, even though you just signed Sexton this summer. I like them. I like Beasley and Sexton going, or Sexton and Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson, be on the lookout for Jordan Clarkson going to either Milwaukee or Chicago if they don't sign him to an extension. Both of them have been having their eye on him. I think Clarkson would probably put put Milwaukee over the top with even over Boston. I think they win this. They will win the West this year. Because he could be they legit shooting guard or they legit coming off the bench guard, combo guard. But yeah, so I got like I said, Memphis 1 or 2 or 1-1. Phoenix maybe I can see them being 3-4-5. Pelicans 3-4-5 or 4-5. Clippers 3-4-5. So I like I said, I'm like it is Denver, Memphis. Let's see, Portland. Okay, let's see the top 5 teams. Right, number 10 and number 1 is only 5 games apart. Isn't that crazy? In the West, so Memphis is only 5 games out of the first spot. So they're going. Anybody going to 5-game winning streak, they're number 1. Versus the East, it's a 8-game difference between. That's still reachable. 8 games. Toronto, you can't tell me Toronto can't go on an 8-game winning streak. Toronto, Miami, Indiana, maybe not. I don't know about Indiana. Atlanta, any one of those guys could put themselves in the top 3. So I can see all of. Chicago's only 1 game out of the whole thing. Playoffs. They're only 9 games. They're going 9-game winning streak. Let's say they get a good point guard that can pass the ball. Maybe out of the D League, pass the ball like a D. That can play defense. Chicago was right there, top 4. I'll play Drummond a little bit more. As far as athleticism. Play Patrick Williams. I don't know what Patrick Williams is doing this year, but I know he's a big. Play him. Get your starting 5, because Miami, Chicago, I would say Washington let us down. I would thought Beal, Porzingis, and Kuzma would have been. I think that's why they wanted to give up Kuzma. They should be willing to give up Porzingis, but I think he's been having a better year. He's been having a record year, they said, from what I heard. Bill, all three of them should be up for the trade bait. But they say they're gonna try to build around Bill. Orlando try to get one of the players, the disgruntled player that like Trae Young. He said they think he might ask for a trade by the summer. Him and Zach LaVine, they think both of them might ask for a trade. But yeah, my two favorite players that I like this year is three. I'm talking about new upcoming. Like one is basically a good player that's from the last 3 years. Markkanen, Jokić, and Tyrese Haliburton. I like both of them. I also like Benedict Mathurin too. I haven't talked about him. He reminds me of a stronger version of Dwayne Wade. Going to the hole, shoot. Well, Dwayne Wade, he shot threes, but he wasn't really known to be shooting threes. Shoot threes, go to the hole. I think he's good on defense. He's a lockdown, kind of a lockdown defense. Even though he come off the bench, I think by next year. So we also be looking forward for whatever Pacers do something too. I think Pacers might be able to move because they got to do something. They got to think about what to do with Chris Dort, Miles Turner if he don't sign back, Jalen Smith. I mean, the guy that got from Phoenix. They got a couple of good guys that they might move on. You know what I mean? Buddy Hield. I think he's maybe gone. I could see him going to Jazz too, like for like a Jordan or for like a Beasley or for like a Jordan Clarkson. But Jordan Clarkson, I am officially done. So I just want to thank you for watching this episode 7, I think 7 season preview. Emphasis on Joker and Lauri Markkanen and Tyrese Haliburton. Those are, I think, those players. I might be missing people as far as most improved. I might be missing some of the players. Yeah, this is it. So thank you for tuning in. Look out for the next one. We're gonna have another one because this is actually kind of a redo, but look out for the next one. And like I said, 2 weeks. All right. Talk to you